and we are continuing the 30-day challenge to stop binge and emotional eating. Today, we're going to be talking about limiting beliefs again. Okay, we're going to do this really useful reframe. This is a little bit meta. So far, we've been pretty darn practical. We've been regularly eating 3 to 5 times per day. When we eat, we've been eating fiber, fat, and protein. This fiber, fat, and protein is helping us feel content. We're eating a little bit more regularly, and we're seeing that our binge and emotional eating is starting to go down the more we feel content on a regular basis. And that if more than 5 hours go by, right, where we're depleted, we're not feeling content, then our likelihood for binge and emotional eating skyrockets, all right? And then we're really being aware of this pattern, and that pattern is helping us be more motivated to be disciplined about truly feeding ourselves on a regular basis, not getting so stressed out about meetings, not forgetting to eat and to nourish yourself, because you are realizing that your body needs food. It needs to feel content. When you feel content, your mind is more stable, your energy levels are more stable, your binge eating goes down, your confidence goes up, your sleep gets better. It's just so good in so many different ways. And as you get these benefits from eating regular and feeling content, your mind becomes a little bit more calm, and you're able to start feeling your emotions more. You're able to start understanding the benefits, the temporary benefits that food gives you. And you're able to start thinking for yourself, what do I really need right now? What does my heart need right now? What do I feel right now? How can I get my emotional need met? And we're also, yesterday, the other video, we started talking about these blockages that occur and how difficult it is to sometimes give ourselves the self-love. We can have blockages about this. We can have trauma. We can have just childhood patterns that are deep. And listen, I don't want to sugarcoat things. You can get over binge eating relatively quickly, but the emotional eating can take a while, okay? It can. It just takes a while to rewire your brain, okay? It's taken me a long while. I got over binge eating pretty quick, but the emotional eating, the marijuana addiction, it's taken me a lot longer, okay? But this is the path to really bringing it down. You can still see dramatic reductions by taking care of your emotional needs, by leaning into these things. But here's a really useful mindset I want to cover in this video, is to not beat yourself up. And what I mean by this is, here's the thing. You learned to take care of yourself with food as a kid, or as a result of dieting. You might have gone on a restrictive diet where your parents might have not been there for you. The case for me was the former, or the latter. Parents were kind of neglectful. Other times people fall into dieting and they fall into these patterns. But again, it's not your fault. It's not your fault, okay? These struggles are deep. They are human struggles. It's not just you who's struggling. The whole world is struggling with this. There's so many people that struggle. If it was easy, it wouldn't be a problem for so many different people. I want you to realize these struggles about meeting your emotional needs, about understanding your emotions and feeling your emotions and understanding what they're meaning. It is confusing, and it is okay to struggle, okay? It is okay to struggle in giving yourself love. That doesn't mean that it's hopeless. Doesn't mean that there's no hope on the horizon. Doesn't mean that you can't learn to do this. It's just one little step at a time. You can place your hand on your heart right now. You can be kind to yourself. You can be kind and say, hey, listen, your standards are way up here because maybe someone taught you that you should be perfect. Listen, bring your standards lower. These emotional needs are tough. So don't beat yourself up if it's tough, okay? What are you feeling right now? What do you need right now? Just focus in on those 2 questions. Just step by step. This might take a long time to really learn to trust yourself. That's what we're doing here. We're learning to trust that when you feel your emotions and you make a little bit of an effort to meet your emotional need without turning to food, that eventually your heart, mind, and body will start to not turn to food and will start to just be okay without food. And that transition can take some time. Remember, The regular eating and feeling content is so important. It's giving your body the inner trust it has that its physical need for food will be met as you give yourself love, because that's one of your emotional needs. When you are feeling like shit, when you're feeling negative, one of your emotional needs is love. You need to practice this kind voice. Notice the voice, the tone I'm speaking. It's gentle, it's kind. It realizes that you didn't do this to yourself. You either got screwed up parents or you got screwed over by dieting, basically. You didn't do this. Yes, it is unfair. Yes, it is unfair, okay? It's fucked up. It's still your responsibility to love yourself, to be kind to yourself. It is still your responsibility to train your mind to be gentle, to be patient, to be compassionate, to feel and to really try to meet your own emotional needs. As you do this process, you will stop relying on food to make you feel better. You will develop these skills, these self-care skills that are needed. Doesn't mean you'll be perfect, okay? You don't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to come to you overnight. Remember that binge eating and emotional eating, you're on your own journey, right? Some people are going to go way down. Some people are going to struggle to go down. It's how it is, okay? This is what you need to do. Just be nice to yourself. No, sorry, that sounds too cliche. I think you know what I'm saying, though. There's this pain that's not your fault. It's still your responsibility to be kind to the pain. It doesn't mean you're failing. I know that the image in society likes to say that there's all these people out there who are perfect, but everyone is hurting, okay? I want you to be kind to yourself. I want you to listen to my voice right now. It's okay to struggle. It's okay for there to be pain. It's okay. All right? I want you to continue eating regularly. I want you to continue feeding and nurturing yourself with food that makes you feel content, that you like, that nourishes you, that gives you that content feeling. And then I want you just to study how food is like a magnet and how food somehow promises you these rewards of calmness or escape or distraction or feel-good feelings. And I want you to try to see how you can get those same results, the same rewards without food. Seeing how food is lying to you. It gives you a little temporary benefit, but it doesn't last. Seeing the cycle that you feel bad after turning to food and being kind to yourself throughout this whole process, okay? All right, we're almost done with this 30-day challenge.